As the Queensland Touring cars coming out, there's the first three out on track already. Hamish Goats in the Monaro will be starting at a 4. Then Gresham's BMW, Woodcroft in the Tirana V8, Dan Cooder in the Commodore. Then we have Hallgood's HSV, Apps in the Commodore, Chris Begg's BMW, Stephen Coe's Commodore, then Peter Batterham's Commodore. Stephen Hay is next, another Commodore, followed by Warwick Douglas's BMW 3 Series.
Is that Andy Knight?
Yes, Andy Knight, the Datsun 1600 Triple S. Then Leon Kemp, new competitor in that maroon BMW. Then Ian Solomon, Graham Street, Nick Linton in the Tirana XU1, Dean Rice's Commodore, Jim Spence starting rear of field in his Brock Tribute.
And Mr. Kennedy.
And Brett Kennedy joining us. Chris Brown didn't come out, so whatever.
And there goes Bruce. Hi, Bruce.
It's Peg's.
Oh, Peg's on today, not Brucey.
Yeah.
Peg. Superstar.
Matt Peg, yeah. Sorry. I had lunch with the boys downstairs before.
Okay. They had big rooster, didn't they?
Yeah.
Thanks to Mick Collins for bringing in all lunch today. Boss showed up, did lunch, think he's gone again.
Oh, you'd think he was wandering around a little bit.
Was he just hanging around?
Yeah. I told him to come up and see us.
I drove up. You should come up and see the new toys up here.
That's what I said. I told him.
Yeah. In fact, we'll take some photos and put them up on. There's some photos up on Facebook now already. Couple of very nasty comments about you, the fact that I'm spoiled. I've got too many, as it's just been posted too. I'm getting paid to watch TV all day. It's great.
Attention the paddock, attention the paddock. We have the Trans Ams to the marshalling area, please. Trans Ams to the marshalling area.
Now, Jonesy,
I prefer to think of it as providing analysis.
Analysis of the television program.
Dan Cooder's car is smoking on the warm-up lap. Dan's been away from racing for a year basically, and in his Alan Grice tribute car from the 1986 Bathurst winning car.
I think we're going to end up getting this meeting in before the rain comes too, because there's plenty of rain surrounding us, Jonesy, by the way.
Yeah, that's not the news I wanted to hear.
I was going to pull the app up and have a look, but I realised I can't.
No, we've got this is the fourth last race of the day. We've got Trans Ams coming up next, then Porsche Sprints and Classic Sports Sedans rounds out the day.
Only three more after this, so we should be okay.
Yeah. We might run into some light issues by the end of it though too.
Yeah, might be.
Considering that the last class of the day is a headline class.
Yeah.
But anyway, so on the front row of the grid, the two BMWs, Carl Begg in the E30 Series BMW, and alongside him is Anthony Gilbertson in the E36 Series BMW.
In the Nexus racing car?
Yeah.
I was providing panels for that for a long time. I don't know whether our company still is. I think we are. There goes Peggy again. Matt Pegg. You know what? Seriously, Matt Pegg has that car looking a lot better than Bruce does. Bruce is at home watching.
I don't know whether I should share the analysis of Bruce and Matt's driving styles in the car.
Oh, look, there's no one in the world I would trust anybody with my son's life apart from Bruce. I can tell you. Bruce gave my son the ride of his life in that car, and I said, and I would not let my son get in a car unless I trusted him. So, tremendously talented guy, Bruce, the most humble and quiet guy I've ever met too. By the way, we're talking about
Bruce Muelling.
Bruce Muelling, our accredited and marvellous chase car driver, who works for the MT guys, for Mick Collins and the boys.
Now, second row of the grid there. In grid 3 is Murray Kent in the LH Tirana. Alongside him, the V2 Monaro of Hamish Goats. Then Richard Gresham's BMW 2002 starting at a position 7.
Just on between you and me, I reckon we're going to see a big move by Kennedy in this the next little while. Just leaning over to our producer at the moment. We're getting ready for that shot, are we? The shot I love. Through turn number 1.
They're going through number 5 now.
So,
yeah,
I love that shot. We're encouraging our cameraman to take through turn number 1 at Cracker. You really see.
Yeah, camera falls under a little bit of pressure now.
Some very nervous behaviour from the cars.
We'll have to watch Brett Kennedy and Jim Spence coming through from the rear of grid in their Commodores.
Have a look at that from an eclectic group of cars. 2 BMWs leave 2 Oldens, lead a mixture of cars going down the back. Then look,
We've got a car missing, and Kuda who's
pulled out.
pulled in on the warm-up lap, of course.
So who was
that's a
that?
shame
Who
for
was that
Dan.
at the back of the car? Is that
Steve Hay and...
No, Norrin Trana.
Oh, that's Nick Linton in his new car.
So it is Nick Linton's car.
Yeah.
Whose car was it though?
Well, I think it's the Bagley car.
Okay, I'll have to find out. That's our job before we go home.
Yeah. Anyway, we're set to go. Begg in the older BMW. Gilbertson alongside. Goats has launched well in Monaro. Kent's 2. And Goats around the outside from 4th on the grid into the lead. A whole shot start there from Hamish Goats in the Monaro. Oh, ripper.
That's a cracker start too. Really good action, guys, coming through. Now we come back to the long run down through here. This is interesting too. Look at the Monaros. Look at the legs on it. Now he's been working on that start for a while, I can tell you.
Biggest engine in the field, that car, actually.
But Carl Begg will just go, okay, right. Oh, is that for 427?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I think you are right. I think it is. So that'll be interesting. You are right. That'll be the 7-litre engine in that. So.
And he's about to be swamped.
No, he's not.
Here comes Carl.
That was a misgear. Look at Carl Begg on the brake.
And he returns the favour around the outside into turn 4.
Geez, that's a different way of looking at turn 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really interesting. We're all trying to straighten it up and get it through the corner nice and easily.
There's Apps and Co running together. There's Knight in the Datsun as the field comes down Hanger Straight.
Kennedy's flying too, by the way, picking them off one at a time.
Yeah, that evil-looking black Commodore. He's just lining up Andrew Knight's Datsun.
Darth Kennedy.
Yeah, it is a bit of that, isn't it?
All right, race leader comes out at the bottom of turn 6.
You do not know the power of the dark side, Wes Needman.
It's a bit like that, isn't it, really?
Carl Begg just drops the left rear off the track, but still maintains momentum.
And it didn't take long either for Gilbertson to get up there as well. So the short-lived foray of the big horsepower Monaro, short-lived as I got technical on that.
What a cracking start, though.
Look at Gilbertson. He's confident on the brakes in this car. The cars, which are relative to running the touring car series, I suppose, as well, doing such a great job.
Yeah, Gilbertson, who's not had a lot of running since the Bathurst 12 hour, actually, and not even a lot of running there, unfortunately. No. That beautiful BMW GTR V8 that he's got, unfortunately, was the first car out of the race of the 12 hour this year.
In fact, a certain open wheeler driver who is well known, Mr. Jerzakowski, for driving a V8 powered, but that is a LS2 powered BMW too, by the way, that they race in sprints.
Oh, okay.
So they have a
Ben's a little busy today because the Formula 3s are running up in the Northern Territory.
And I can tell you now that there is the exact same body shell sitting in a particular house at Redcliffe that is going to be something very similar.
So Begg tips into turn 1 ahead of Gilbertson. Goes holds on to third place from Kent. Back end looks a little untidy. Steve Hay has started very well. He's up into 5th position ahead of Grantham, Morgan, Coe, Woodcroft, then Kennedy, Apps, Spencer's next there in the Brock Tribute car ahead of Chris Begg, then Andy Knight's Datsun, followed by Douglas Rice and Batteram, then Solomon's BMW, Street's Commodore, the BMW of Kemp, Linton's Tirana, and that's pretty much the tail of the field there.
I realised something. I was thinking, Jesus, loud. Oh, the door's open. Sorry for all that.
Steve Hay here. Steve Hay in the Mobile Commodore has made a brilliant start. The first race didn't go well for him at all, and he was buried in the field and couldn't make any progress after that. But he's had a good start, a good opening run. He's climbed through the order and is now sitting in 5th position. So the running the 1986 Peter Brock Tribute livery on that VK Commodore of his. He's now well clear of Gresham. Horgan's next in the HSV Club Sport. Stephen Coe's Commodore, then another tribute car. There's a bunch of tribute cars here this weekend. 3 Brocks and a Grice. Possibly even 2 Grices if you include Jeff Jones's Falcon Ute.
They were talking about Steve Hay. There he is, Jonesy. Car looking a treat going through that part of circuit.
Yeah.
Car looks pretty happy too at the moment.
Yeah, looking a lot better than in the first race. He's now well clear of Gresham, so his next target is to hunt down Murray Kent. Looking at the lap times, Hayes lapping quicker than Kent. There's a big HP engine in that car. It's northwards of 700, I think, in Steve Hayes' Commodore.
Jeez, you're kidding me. That's an awful lot of engine to try and get through those tyres. That might be half the problem. He's not getting it down through there. But you are right. He's closing in on Murray Kent's Tirana. He's doing a good job at the moment. Car looks nice and balanced. So he's got a great man shed at home. You consider that. He's even
new race leader Gilbertson has. We've missed it. It's been out of shot, but Gilbertson in the E36 M3R has jumped up into the race lead, and there we go. We've picked it up now, and there we go. So Gilbertson has overtaken Carl Begg for first place.
I think that happened through Carl having a moment. I was looking at the preview screens, and that's a benefit we've got, folks. We've got preview screens that we can see. I think he had a moment, and with that, Gilbertson's got through. But Begg's starting to work him over again now.
For a car that doesn't see a lot of racing miles, that M3R is it's a real plug and play race car, that car.
But it was one of the track day cars too. I think it's had a fair few bums in its seat too, just quietly. So once again, it's a fairly user friendly thing. They are a tremendous car to drive, Jonesy. I'll tell you that now. They are just absolute crackers.
And Damien Flack's crew are pretty knowledgeable about running and setting that car up.
Yep. Well, here's the balance of power before him down there, and I'll tell you what now, a certain Mr. Murray Kent is closing.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Kent in fourth place, closing in on the third place Monaro, and Steve Hayes not far behind them. Actually, there's a bit of a sort of a build-up of...
Have a look at this. Now, has Carl Begg just foxed and thought, no, I'll just hang back and chase him on for a while?
Is he turning this into a Formula V race?
Where
you don't want to, the only lap you want to lead is the last one.
Yeah.
Just sit in second place.
It's a big lock up somewhere down
there. Oh, Ken had a big go at Goats just then, and he's having another go on the exit of 5, trying to get him on the
M3. Steve Hayes coming too. This is a cracker.
Well,
look at these guys.
Murray, Kent's trying to go around the outside. He's got it. Outside's the way to go in the touring cars here today.
Seems to be.
And there's Kennedy. Kennedy just overtaking Gresham, and that's for 6th position. So Kennedy, the brutishly powerful black Commodore.
Something. Begg's got a problem.
Darth Holden.
He's got nothing at the moment.
Yeah.
So where's Kennedy got himself to now? Oh my God, 6th place. That's unbelievable. He come from the back of the bus. See, because it's a long course, it suits him. He can just unleash that gazillion horsepower he's got on the front of that car.
Now, Carl Begg is closing back in on Gilbertson, but we're watching Murray Kent and Hamish Coates here. Yep, and here's Steve Hay coming into the picture now.
Well, Hay's got a target now, see? So he's got a target painted all over the back of that Monaro at the moment.
Now, the opening round of the Queensland Touring Car Championship didn't go that well for Murray Kent. First race of the day, he spun it backwards and hit the fence right in front of me on the corner coming onto the front straight. It was very obliging of him to have an incident right in front of the photographer.
Made it a whole lot easier for you to take the shot.
Yeah.
That's a nice shot. You see him run the long way down into turn 6 there too. You see the elevation change, and they should go down below the road surface. So people keep saying about the paperclip having no character. Well, there's a whole lot of undulation here. It goes up and down.
Yeah, just not so much on the national circuit, to be fair.
No.
But the shorter circuit variations increase that tenfold. As this pack that's building up behind Richard...
2 laps remaining, Jonesy?
Yeah, there's a pack of cars that's sort of built up behind Richard Gresham. Seems to be a little bit of a cork in the bottle at the moment. In the BMW M3 powered 2002.
If we
there's Chris Begg just being overtaken by Dean Rice on the front straight. As we go back to Murray Kent there in 3rd position in the number 74 Tirana.
On his own.
Well, not that here. Goats just comes into picture under brakes. Oh, Kent hit the curbs pretty hard there.
Here we go. Here's Begg.
Oh,
geez, he went to have a run on him then and had to get on the brake. Has he got a braking issue? Is that the problem? Because he normally would go that much deep under brakes.
Could be that Anthony just moved over and covered the line, and Carl had to. Okay, well, I'll back out now.
Well, we didn't have the back on shot to be able to analyse that. But he's having a red hot run, that's for sure.
And he's,
Steve Hayes a bit
Hayes.
closer this time to the back of the goats Monaro. So this will be the last lap coming up round for these guys this time. One lap remaining.
Big finish.
There we go. One lap of the Queensland Raceway Circuit.
They've got a battle for the lead, a battle for third, Hayes dropping away. Another battle there for sixth position, roughly, from, well, more for seventh, I should say. Now, we've picked up Anthony Gilbertson and Carl Begg, first and second.
Yeah.
There's another battle in the foreground.
I reckon Begg's got the pace in a straight line just quietly.
Well, he has had in practice. Oh.
Here we go.
Nick Apps comes into picture there briefly, and there's Rice, Batterum, and Chris Begg. And Goats is into third. The Monaro picks up third spot on the run down the back straight. The extra horse of the big Munro blasts past the Tirana. But yeah, look at the power down of Kent. Launched out of turn 3. And the shorter straight seems to indicate that Goats couldn't capitalise on it. But here comes the race leaders. Beggs all over the rear end of Gilbertson. He's over Carlec behind.
Will he have a last dive in the brakes? I don't think he will.
No, he's not close enough.
Oh, he did. Look at that. He's got up on the inside. Checking flag at the ready.
It's a drag race.
Which is one.
Begg was tidy on the exit, and Gilbertson climbs away and takes the win. Carl Begg home for second position. Now Kent has regained third, so Goats fourth, Hay fifth in the end, just running out of time.
Is that Kennedy going to come around in sixth? It is.
Yeah, but he's been swamped. He'll get there on horse, but Gresham in seventh. Hallgood just beat Woodcroft to the line for eighth, and in the shadow, running at the top 10 was Stephen Coe in the black and blue car. Now, next across the line will be Mick Apps. Yes, there's the Perkins tribute car coming into view ahead of Batterum, and Hallgood, I think it was, no, not Hallgood.
No, Rice it would have been.
Yeah, Dean Rice in the Commodore.
Second of the big cars.
And
Now Douglas
Chris
yet to
Begg.
finish, or Douglas coming through now to finish.
that's the blue BMW. And Nick Linton pulls over on the final race.
No, it doesn't have a spin, I'd say.
Oh, he's got low profiles on that Tirana. It's interesting.
Well, it's not running Group NC spec, obviously.
Well, it doesn't have to in group. Oh, Ian Solomon appears to have pulled. Yeah, Solomon's pulled up on the last lap. There's steam coming from the front of the car.
And steam coming out of the helmet of Solomon's too, just quietly.
Oh dear.
More steam than a Chinese laundry.
One of the cars that's supported, I think, by RX Automotive. I did notice that Taunton's Cobra has got screw Piers on the front splitter, and I'm wondering what has he got against Piers Harris.
We'll have to find out. We're going to take a break. Back now. So with this, what's coming up next, Jonesy?
We have Trans Ams.
We're going to take a break back with the Australian Trans Am Series and 2 days of thunder here at Queensland Raceway. Being brought to you by Shannons.